1616. No, that's not the number of islands surrounding this province. That's how many graduates marched through the gates of MSC during the last commencement and exercises this May. Hi, I'm Titus. During the graduation rites for the Santa Cruz and Torrijos campuses held in Santa Cruz, 281 graduates received their diplomas handed to them by guest speaker and CEO of Save Me movement, Dr. Chanel Monares. 1,070 cohorts from Borg and Kazan campuses received theirs from guest of honor DOST Undersecretary for Regional Operations, Mrs. Brenda Nazareth Manzano. And for the first time in its history, MSC's pioneering grade 12 graduates of the K-12 program marched proudly to receive their diplomas from guest speaker Police Superintendent Arturo P. Bruel, Junior Chief of Police, Cainta Rizal. This summer also welcomed the first as MSC in cooperation with the Philippine Cultural Education Program of the National Commission for Cultural and the Arts of SNCA, opened the Graduate Diploma in Cultural Education GDCE program, which was attended by 28 teacher scholars from selected public schools in Marinduque. It goes without saying that this will definitely contribute to the preservation, appreciation and promotion, not only the culture of the Marinducanon, but of the whole country as well. Incidentally, this month also marks the first anniversary of the establishment of Centro ng Wika at Kultura, which, in only a year, has accomplished so much under the able stewardship of its director, Dr. Renny T. Nobleza, who, by the way, is also in charge of the GDCE program, with Dr. Rex Asuncion of the School of Education. MSC was also proud to welcome back its 7 OGT graduates, fresh from their stint in Israel in 2017. This partnership of MSC's SAFNS with different firms in cooperation with Agro Studies Israel has been going on since 2010. So far, with Dr. Julie Rodelas, who coordinates this program, 37 MSc students, including the 9 who are currently in Israel, have been fortunate to enrich their education with this international engagement. Among many of its positive results, enrollment in the Diploma and Bachelor of Agriculture Technology has increased. Research activities were also running on full steam the first half of the year as usual. Partnerships were also pursued, most significant of which were the National Bioenergy Project, spearheaded by Mariana Marcos State University in Ilocos Norte. Scientists from MMSU, together with MSC's own researchers, visited Nipa palm plantations in the island to check biofuel sources. The other project worth noting is MSC's collaboration with Mapua University for capacity building and mentoring sessions for scientific proposal writings and paper production, held at MSC's Borg campus last April. The dozen also trainings, workshops and seminars conducted during the first half of the year covered a spectrum of topics, including the review of the research publication standards, professionalism, speech improvement. What stood out, however, were the Women Legislators Forum, co-organized by the Gender and Development Unit, and the workshop on building a global MSC, where participants crafted the college strategic internationalization plan in a workshop facilitated by CHET's International Affairs Officer, Mrs. Rania, and a Filipino-Canadian consultant from CBIE. Significant as well was the SK training for all the newly elected Sangguniang Kabataan officials from the entire province. LGU representatives and other partner government agencies lend their support to this educational opportunity.
Bundok ng basura, ilog na nananalanta, hangin na laso ng ihip, kanina sa isip ko't kamalayan, puno.
Many were stunned by the recent report from Greenpeace that the Philippines is the third biggest plastic polluter in the world. This generated several reactions, but only a few did something or are doing something concrete about it. What comes immediately to the mind is Dr. Mani's advocacy call, Love Affair with Mother Nature. What started out as a modest campaign is growing into some form of heroic epic.
So, ngayon pong International Earth Day ay nais naming akayin ng lahat nang hindi lamang po kami ang nagiging aware, kundi maging po ang komunidad. Ang pagtuturo ng mga simpleng aksyon para po maipakita ang pagmamahal sa kapwa, ang pagmamahal sa kalikasan, at ang pagpapahalaga sa bawat isa.
This year, MSC embarked on a massive, one-of-a-kind coastal cleanup that involved around 7,000 students, faculty and non-teaching personnel, volunteers from government and the private sector in the first ever massive coastal cleanup that covered the coastline of 7 barangays in the town of Borg alone. It was an awesome sight to behold. It even got aired on a local and mainstream media, including the Philippine Inquirer. I am hoping the rest of the country would follow suit, so the Philippines will no longer be the third most plastic polluting country in the world. And of course, the Bima bamboo story continues, with the planting of several seedlings in Barangay Ulong in Mokpok, near the mined-out areas. A few months later, in a vast area out in the boonies of Yuok, Buena Vista, the MSC president and several MSCians, together with representatives from government agencies and LGUs, joined hands in a public-private partnership initiative to plant 100 Bima bamboo seedlings as an initial step in forging stronger partnerships to mitigate the effects of climate change and provide livelihood for the communities surrounding it. There's this swan song that goes, saving the best for the last. So I've saved the best for the last. The MSC family is very proud of its president, Dr. Marianne Catajay-Mani, as she stepped into the house of Malacañang to receive her well-deserved 10 Outstanding Movers of the Philippines Award, together with other prominent personalities like Arnold Clavio of GMA Networks. The coveted recognition was conferred to her by DENR Secretary Honorable Roy Simatu and Dr. Chanel Monades of the Save Me movement at formal ceremonies in Malacañang last February. Not only that, she received more accolades from the Asia Pacific Excellence Awards as the most outstanding trusted organizational leader, premier woman of mission, advocate of the year, last March 16, 2018. But before I go, here are some snapshots of the significant figures from the first and the second quarter of the year. On the 1st of June, a team spearheaded by Chief Auditor Alfredo Officio III presented the Institutional Sustainability Assessment, Self-Evaluation Documents, or ESA SED to top management for review before it is sent to CHAT. The ESA is a CHAT-prescribed mechanism to assess the performance of HEIs in light of the vision, mission, goals and objectives. What's more, MSC is awaiting a status update from TÜV Rheinland that conducted a first follow-up audit last May, with regrets to MSC's possible upgrade from ISO 9001 to 2008 to ISO 9001 to 2015. The TÜV Rheinland auditors concluded from their last visit that non-conformities had already been complied with. Like everyone else, MSC has had its shares of naysayers. That's part of life. But in spite of the noise, MSCians continue to remain focused and optimistic. With the MSC president, the role model of hard work, persistence and dedication to service, we are sure this year of the dog would surprise us with wonderful treats in the end. Until then, mabuhay and Wiedersehen.